it's Sunday the 1st of December 2024. He's pissing it down.
2 days from my birthday.
We got Dodgy Dave here. It's his birthday on the, is it 3rd, Dave?
Yeah.
3rd of December. Looking forward to that, are you, Dave?
Yeah, should be. I
Should-
might be working now.
Today, David, funny you should rock up on this one. We're going to talk about small boats. And here's a question. Has anybody else noticed that the people most angry about the small boat crossings are the ones that voted for fucking Brexit? The Brexit that led to our withdrawal from the Dublin Agreement and the loss of any deterrent
You've
to
got
those,
that off it, you
to those planning on making the crossing. No, I've not, Dave.
You have.
Both
I
the, to-
ate it yesterday.
did you? Both the Tories and Reform have been scaremongering about people coming over on small boats, and they use it as a deflection while they're fucking raping country. And the truth is, David, listen to this, it's a very small number of people coming here on small boats, as explained by Ed Conway on Sky News. Just watch this clip, David.
Step back, what is it that led to this? And if you look at net migration over the period before COVID and Brexit, it was relatively steady. It's certainly in not tens of thousands as the Conservative government would have liked. But look what happened after those new Brexit rules came into force. Just look at these lines and how they change. So total net migration, this is immigration. Total immigration went up really sharply, but also look beneath the surface. So EU nationals coming into the UK, that dropped down. That used to be the highest, okay? And then non-EU people has gone up incredibly sharply. And actually, interestingly, when you break that down and ask people where they come from and indeed what they're doing here, it's quite an interesting pattern, okay? So you've got, by far and away, the biggest is Indian nationals coming into the UK. Then you've got Nigerian, then Chinese, then Pakistani, then Zimbabwean. And these numbers, by the way, are bigger than any previous nationality, much bigger than Polish people coming into the UK, for instance. But look at the breakdown, okay? Those light blue bits, that's people coming in to study. The dark blue bits, people coming in to work. So there's a lot of light blue, a lot of people coming in to study. In fact, with Indians, you're talking about more than 50% of Indian nationals coming into the UK, 135,000, are students, not necessarily work visas. Final thing just to note, a lot of people have been asking the question, you know, how much of this is small boats? Okay, remember a lot of coverage on the news about small boats. The numbers in terms of small boats, and these are the kind of latest numbers for the year going up to September 2024, you're talking about 30,000 people. Now compare that to the other reasons that people are coming into the UK. Look at that red bar versus all the others. Other asylum, safe and legal routes, that's Ukraine and Hong Kong. Family, study and work. There is a massive difference, isn't there? And if you just stack them all up, one on top of the other, you can barely even see that sliver that's small boat. This is mostly a story of people coming into work, people coming into study, and then other routes as well. The big question, though, and it's still unanswered, is whether it's really now, finally, actually starting to come down.
Ed, thanks.
Glasses are on, Dave, so I can see at last someone in the media has joined the dots between Brexit and record immigration from outside the EU. The Tories and Reform use small boats to justify wanting to leave the ECHR, the European European Community for Human Rights. But in reality, it's a ploy and it's part of a bigger agenda to deregulate, remove workers' rights and consumer and environmental protection, David. And here's one for you, Dave, listen. The problem isn't the small boats, it's the big boats. The problem isn't the poor, it's the wealthy. The problem is capitalism. Have a great day, everybody. Stay dry. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey.